Say it, no.
It feels like you're about to choke every time you do that. Like, I'm scared for your life.
Nah.
All right, then.
Not.
Don't be. Don't be.
Also, no, you're not in here.
I'm not in the game?
Nope.
Did I time out?
Probably.
Cringe. Hold on. No, it says I'm in here.
I only see 2.
I don't see you guys in here.
Are you in the right one?
Yeah? It says Battle of the Three Rings at the top of my Google page.
Maybe reload it.
That's what I'm about to do. Hold on. Oh my god, I can't do shit with this game running in the background.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
I'm going to count.
God
Yeah,
damn.
hold on. I have to close this fucking game. Holy fuck, it's like almost 200 ping. Oh my... Dude. Okay. Let's see if we can get this to go. Here we go.
Alright. So,
I got it.
not a lot happened last session, because last session was kind of short for a lot of reasons.
Yay, moving.
Really, all last session was us kind of finishing up with the Taylor gentleman, finding out what Aurelio was doing, and that was pretty much it.
Yep. It's funny, Aaron. We moved a new roommate in literally the next day.
Wild.
Yeah.
And then we met up at the thing, went to bed, and called the thing there, didn't we?
Yep. So yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what happened with the bunny guy? Like, was he chill?
I mean,
Yeah, pretty much. Like,
He was a Haragon?
yes.
Yeah, Heron got
Oh, I got pissed.
it. Heron.
god damn it.
So yeah, pretty much. You guys got a bit of information from him. But as you guys were unwilling to give him all of the paperwork you guys had, you did not get all of the information. You did learn that on the ledger, the higher up on the list, the more of a high priority target they were, with Karzaloth being 3rd on the list.
Karzaloth, is that the kid we were sent after?
That is the Dragonborn girl that you were sent after.
Okay. So she's 3rd highest priority on a list of how many people?
As you were looking through, probably about 150.
Oh, wow. Okay. So very high priority.
Yeah, this was like a multi-page list.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
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 And then, so he was chill with us. We dipped, and then we went back to the
The
we
end.
went back to the inn, and then zonked out.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, easy. Okay. Fair enough.
Yep.
All right, Liddy
Petitty.
Patiti. Exact. My thoughts exactly. Thank you.
Like
Yep,
P.
thank you.
Diddy.
But
I'm P.
yeah.
Diddy. I'm the real P. Diddy.
Wake up the
All
next
you other
morning.
P. Diddies are just P. Diddy.
We wake up the next morning. I hope we do, right? We do.
Yes.
Yeah, we do wake up the next morning, right? Because you did say
All
something
right.
about assassins last session, too.
Yeah, that is important. That is important to clarify. We wake up the next
Pertinent
morning.
information.
I
That'd be
can't
really
wait for
funny
the day. I can't wait for the day Chucky goes, so you know, guys, take your long rest. And we're like, and he's like, that's it.
That's the end.
Game over.
Roll the characters. All right, good game.
Yeah. No. Here's what it's gonna be like. You guys fall asleep, drifting away as you stay comfortably in your inn. Can everybody roll me 3d6 or 3d6,
Give me a couple luck
and then roll
checks.
me another 3d6. Okay, go ahead and get rid of the lowest.
Alright, that's how many times you were stabbed.
Yeah.
Now roll 3 more. Now roll 3d6 for each of those stab wounds.
Nobody. He's telling
See-
you to re-roll stats.
Here's how I do it. I'd be like, all right, you all take a long rest. Everybody roll sleep apnea checks.
Yeah, you were in war. You don't need to roll for me. You have it.
All right.
Yeah, your character's overweight. All right, so I'll just just assume fail.
So yeah, you guys wake up. The breakfast is a part of your in cost, so you guys get some breakfast in you. What would you like to do?
Well, as we sit there and eat our pancakes and scones, Shiva would point out that we still have to go to to the pier. The pier seemed like a logical next step. Now that we've had a long rest and we're as strong as we'll ever be, I feel like it would make sense to simply go and ask them politely for the girl back.
I think that's might also be a good option.
Signs, ask politely, question mark.
Ask politely, and then when they don't, ask not so politely.
We still need more
Nods.
information about this Jackie Beanstalk character, and if we can't, we'll try and find Barceloth somewhere in that warehouse. I don't know where they would put her off to. I think that we should at least make an attempt to drop by the police station to find another person that can read, these scribbles. She holds up the papers that didn't get read, because I believe we only read the register and
It was the register, and then there was like one letter that was in the same packet that you could let him read, which was basically an explanation of the ledger.
okay.
And kind of like
And we have several other letters as well, right?
you have
because-
one other letter, and then you have the thing that you found inside Hopper's tailor shop.
Yeah, the one that said we needed Carcelot.
Yeah.
So go back to the precinct and then talk to that guy and see if he can tell us anything. I like that idea. See if he can read the paper, read the scribbles.
Good point. There's a weird triangle and like a skull. I don't know what any of this means.
He's that lost?
He's had a long rest.
lost. I'm gonna kill you.
He'll have his hit points back. We can beat him up again.
We hand him the paper and he's like, this is just the lost comic, and we just fucking kill him. We just we just strangle him right there in his cell.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I think that's what we're doing.
Oh, Sean, one thing that you did not hear is that apparently the group that you're going against is known as the Consulate.
The consulman.
Consulate.
Consulate.
The consulate, like the U.S. consulate.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Hold on, let me put on my fucking headphones.
Yeah, that helped.
Yeah.
That might help you just a little bit.
Here, let me also turn off noise suppression, because for whatever reason it can't pick up like half my voice when I have that on.
Yeah, no, fair. Yeah, I heard consulman, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, no,
Consulman.
Consulate.
The consulman.
Uh,
Xbox and PlayStation, and one of them plays N64.
Oh, that's a console.
Man.
yeah. So you guys are gonna head to the precinct then?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Couldn't hurt to stop by.
Yeah, you guys mosey on over. Not a lot seems to be going on outside it as you're walking up. Apparently crime does sleep in its early morning. And as you enter, the same, bulky, I think it was Dwarven, right? The lady at the front desk.
Yeah.
Yeah, bulky dwarven lady sitting at the front desk. She's there again. And she kind of gives you a bit of a nod as y'all enter.
I nod back.
Yeah,
Nod.
y'all find anything? Okay,
A
fine.
bit.
My bad. My bad.
We found a bit of information, although it's mostly in illegible squiggles, as she holds up one of the ledgers.
Oh, that'd be the code that they all write in.
Is there anyone on the force that knows how to read them, or could
Nah,
we speak with
unfortunately
the
not.
gentleman? Could we speak with the gentleman that we spoke to yesterday?
Him. About that. And you
We walk over to his cell. He's just bleeding out in the Family Guy death position.
she does lead you back to the cells, and while not in the Family Guy death position, he is hanging by a noose.
Oh, buddy.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no.
He got Epstein.
Did get Epstein, just not by us. Fuck.
I think Aki like gags a little bit and turns away.
Shiva puts her hands on her hips and just says, "Damn."
Yeah, we're
Aurelia
not sure how
Aurelia cuts him down.
what?
Aurelia's gonna cut him down.
Yeah, you go in, you cut him down. He
Just
just
a little prayer.
yeah. You cut
can I
him
look
down
for
and
signs-
just he falls immediately like onto the bucket that was
Into the Family Guy death position.
no, he falls onto the bucket, it flips and it lands on his head, spilling what was in it.
Ew.
Let me guess.
Um,
Feces.
Among other things.
Okay.
Can I
Oh,
make
yeah.
an investigation check for any signs of resistance? Like, did he do this or did somebody else do this?
Sure,
Wait a
roll
second,
investigation.
Why would he like take the time to like set up a
17.
bucket that could spill stuff over?
No, okay. I want you to
I
imagine
was
this.
a little-
Okay.
Why did he take
He's
the time
hang
to like put it around his neck and like pull the rope himself to like?
so he's hanging from the, barred window thing, right?
Yeah.
So he's hanging there. Aurelia cuts him down, and the bucket is just kind of off to the side. And as he slumps, his head knocks against it, flipping it onto his head, dumping it.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
Man, he even took the time to like tie it up himself outside the cell.
Yeah. Shiva, you're looking around. It doesn't look like there was resistance, but based off of what I just described, he has no way of getting up there. Like he had
Yeah,
no
who
way
would've
of
guessed?
reaching the thing.
And dirty cops, who'd have guessed in a medieval style town where crime runs rampant.
Neat.
So Shiva would point this out. Shiva would say, she kind of like folds her arms and puts a hand on her chin, and says, "He has no way to have gotten up there."
No, yeah, we don't know how exactly they managed this, but
Was he in the cell with anybody else?
nope.
Except for you guys.
So, looking at it, the cells are like small even for, small cell standards. It's like just enough space for one bunk bed, and then like there's like enough that if two people were to be standing it side by side, their shoulders would be touching the walls.
Can I also do an investigation check?
Sure, what you looking for?
I am looking for like signs of like a struggle inside the thing, like
So,
any kind.
Shiva
so-
already looked for that, and there was no seemingly signs of a struggle. Like, he doesn't have bruises or anything like that. But,
Okay.
once again,
You should investigate the rope, like
Yeah, that was gonna be my
how he
next thing.
procured it and
what kind of knot it is. Well, I can guess what kind of knot it is, but
Hmm.
yeah, like I want to investigate the rope. Like, you know, maybe it's from like a specific, like a certain type of plant that's only used in like a specific shop or something, that like rope shop or whatever.
Sure. Roll it.
I'm not good at investigation, but I still want to do
Or,
it.
it's a rope.
A rope.
Nice.
You do notice that a bit of it's hanging outside. So, who knows? Maybe some like.
Can I go around outside to look at where the cell is from
Sure.
out there? Okay.
You head outside, and you do notice that there are actually a couple of guards like looking around in the area, and like one's posted up near the window, kind of in a protective kind of stance, almost as if, you know, protecting the crime scene type thing.
Is it? Quick question before I do this and sound stupid.
Sure.
Isn't there a spell where you can like bind somebody with rope when you cast it on them? Where it's like you cast a spell and they get bound in rope.
Hold on.
That's a really specific question.
Rope
I
trick.
vaguely
You're
have...
talking about rope trick. That's
Thank
the name
you.
of that spell.
So okay.
Can I do an Arcana check?
Let me look up rope trick real quick.
Yeah, if it's like, because also if it's like a level 12 spell or some shit like that, I mean, obvious. I hope maybe the BBEG fucking did it. I don't know. Right?
Okay. So you're wanting to check to see if this.
I still want to do an Arcana check either way.
Yeah. So you want to see if this rope was bespelled.
Yeah,
Basically.
or if like any like, or somebody maybe like did like open lock on it or something like that kind of thing.
Sure. Go ahead
It's
and
like
roll.
a general magic, like if there's any general like magic essence left over in the area.
Roll Arcana.
I did.
18. All right. So you're kind of looking around, right? Couple things you do, like, especially considering how he was hung up there. It's not outside the realm of possibility that, you know, it was magic. And as you're looking over the rope itself, you do like you notice some magical markings on it.
I'll point this out to the group. Or is there more? My bad.
No, it's just there are some magical markings of it on it.
Like essence, like left in the like.
Yeah,
magical
it's like those like
essence.
markings that this thing has been magic. There's like some of the little residuals left.
Okay,
and-
and I can't tell what kind of magic, correct? Because it's like that'd be. I mean, I know it's an AT, but that still seems kind of wild.
Yeah, no, you can't really tell. All you know is that it has been magicked. If you knew the spell, I would probably give it to you, but
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and point this out to the gals, and why not? Even the officer that walked us back there.
yeah, she kind of just nods along.
Okay, so they probably already did all this.
Shiva would kind of think to herself for a moment, and she would say, so it seems like this man was assassinated, and it was made to look like an accident. This is not. It is very, very cleverly done if they used magic and everything. So, it's an interesting level of sophistication to these.
Akizuki, you're on the outside trying to look, right?
Yeah, I'd kind of like to fly up to one of the roofs and peer at it from there.
So pretty much, yeah, you're able to kind of hop up onto the like roof of the precinct, kind of staring down. Are you like? So you're probably gonna be running perception in this case, then.
Okay. Good, because I got a +1, a +1 to investigation.
Thank God. So,
That is
Perception.
We are not
There we
smart.
go. Looks like my
19.
first roll's a 19.
So you're kind of, you hop up there, you're looking around, and And at first you're kind of looking around on the ground, right? But with all the guards and stuff running around, you're like, you can't tell what footprints are theirs and what are other people's, right? And so you kind of pull your head back and start just kind of looking down and up the alleyways and stuff. And as you're like going to turn, you notice that some of the what do you got? Jesus Christ. You kind of notice that a bit of the like roofing is displaced.
Not the shingles.
Okay. Does this at all show any like directionality to where they were going or where they were coming from?
It's like right next to where the window is, so it's probably more that
So-
they were latched, like they were attached to the roof in some way and were leaning over.
Okay. So it's more likely that there was like a piton where I'm standing. Got it.
Yeah, or something like that. Either that, or like maybe they had hook, like maybe they planted their feet especially hard there, or any number of things. But yeah, basically they were attached in some way on the roof there.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'll come back around. I think that's like all I'm really gonna find outside. So I'll come back round inside and go. So it appears that somebody affixed themselves to the roof and rappelled down to do. She kind of like looks away and gestures at all this.
Ah, so they were on the roof. Makes
There-
sense. None of my boys seem to have been able to find anything outside yet. So
Is there damage to the bars of the cell? Or the window? What's the window of the cell?
iron bars inlaid in the wall. So no damage to them. Just rope wrapped around it.
Well, it looks like we really get far chasing lead. I don't think. I think it's just more important to know that this runner was targeted and killed.
Yeah. Well, we at least probably know who did it, who would have the most interest in killing him.
Yes, probably Reaper.
Yes, this Reaper character. It'd be interesting to gather more information about him.
Yes, all we know that is he's an assassin and he works for, well, maybe the consulate? I'm not certain. Oh, yes. Excuse me. Could we get some information on the consulate as well? If you have a file open.
Oh, we have a file, but a lot of it's hearsay.
Hearsay or not, it might be useful information.
She kind of nods and she leads you back to the front desk. And you kind of watch as she's ruffling through it. She kind of like starts digging deeper and she disappears behind the desk, and you watch as file are just flying behind her. Mouse, hairbrush, handcuffs, cat, just, and she just kind of keeps
Duct tape,
disappearing
squeaky
deeper
toy.
underneath this desk, and just more random shit starts coming out. You watch as a birdcage flies out, and you're starting to wonder if this is a desk of holding. And then
Oh, if that's the case, I'm really worried for the cat.
well, the cat goes
Dude.
scampering after the mouse.
That's okay. It's not how it works normally. So this one's it must be special. Okay, got it.
And then yeah, finally, you just hear a very muffled and also slightly echoey, aha! And then she pulls out, you see that she has a twig in her hair, and she just hands over a file.
Thanks. All right, I think we'll be on our way. Thank you for the assistance.
Oh, no problem.
This is the same jacked dwarf lady, right?
Yep.
As we're leaving, I kind of like, hang by for just a second and look at her and say, by the way, amazing tricep routine. And she leaves because I tried it a little bit, when we were stuck in the basement.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you watch as she kind of like puffs up a little bit in pride. And then, yeah, you guys all wander out.
The best romanceable NPC.
Add to the polycule.
Add to the polycule.
Assimilate. Assimilate.
Is that just the canon explanation of this party? Is that we're just like a weird lesbian polycule? Is that like
And our
like,
twink.
And
yeah,
our twink,
yeah.
yeah.
And our twink? It's like I feel like that's our like I don't think we've talked about like how we met or anything.
I don't think we remember how we met, so I
no, we
think that's
don't.
that. As far as
feel like
we're
that's
aware, that's canon.
Yeah, okay, listen, all right, I'm gonna continue playing this with that as the operating like facet. Is that we're like some weird like three lesbians and a twink polycule.
This is how Shiva figures out that like it gets the memory that she's just always had a crush on these two. They were
Yeah,
never actually
exactly.
a thing.
So, okay, one thing you kind of have to remember is that your resident twink you just picked up.
Yeah, we just
is
picked
true.
up.
Okay, so it's just us three that are in the
Yeah,
twink.
and then our twink.
And then our pet twink, yeah.
Yeah.
We need
That
to
is
talk him into
different.
wearing a collar. We need to talk him into wearing a collar. All right.
No, no, that is not happening.
Listen, I make it a point not to bring my kinks into games.
Real.
So,
like I get you.
You know what, Shiva?
Yeah.
Do me a favor.
What?
Roll history with disadvantage.
Slay disadvantage. I love it. It's funny. I actually have proficiency in history, so like it's not the worst thing to roll. That is a 6. That is a fat. Wait. Do I have inspiration? I think I have inspiration.
I don't
might
think
wanna
he's
use
given out.
inspiration.
I have not
Guidance.
given out inspiration
Guidance.
just yet.
Guys,
Oh wait. Let me roll guidance. Can I? Permission from the bird.
Sure. Yes.
I don't think we
9.
9.
It's not much
Wow.
of a difference, but it's statistically greater. So fuck it.
So you're kind of walking along, right? And you're just Aki and Aurelia are talking about all this. This is all like brainy stuff. You're not you're not paying attention. And you just kind of are sitting there thinking. You're just like, huh. I actually can't remember how we met. And you're just kind of sitting there. You're like, how did we meet? And the only thing that comes to you is a very large, deep cavern.
She says out loud as I'm walking behind them. He says, "Do either of you remember a very large, deep cavern?"
The other two, you roll history with disadvantage.
Okay.
I can show you a large.
I can show you a large.
The only large and deep cavern I remember is your eyes when I look into them.
Yeah, wholesome. You said history?
Yep, with
Plus
disadvantage.
2. Looks like a 7.
7?
I want to guide that shit, because why the fuck not?
You
Always.
switched alphabetical order and I still can't find anything. 16.
That's a 10 because disadvantage.
Or disadvantage, 10.
So 9 and a 10. You guys
No.
remember it? Can't remember anything about it.
I know why I'm with you. I know that I'm trying to find my sister Momo, but I don't remember anything about a cavern.
I just
I don't.
love you, man.
No,
Aurelia
I
just shrugs.
don't recall. I think that we shouldn't focus too much on the past right now. I think it's just going to interfere with
The present.
our what we're doing now.
It's just gonna interfere with the present if we work about the past. Strokes cheek.
Yeah,
Fucking
I
it.
mean, yes, but it doesn't. It's just something to keep in mind, I suppose. Why can't we remember that? I was just thinking, like, I know you guys, but like from where? I do not know.
I I guess I can't answer that either. We'll think about it later, okay?
Okay, when we're on the boat again,
I mean,
we have days
yeah.
to think about it.
Yeah. Well, here we're at the docks now. Let's hurry up and get this over with.
All right, are you going anywhere in particular on the docks?
We're headed to what is it? Dock 92. Because that's where the Redhead operates out of.
All right. Yeah, you guys start walking, and you're like kind of checking because like each dock at the end of it has a little sign with a number on it. You're kind of walking, and you're walking, and you're walking, and you're walking. Just moving around sailors, watching as they unload a whole bunch of stuff from here, there, and everywhere. And you eventually kind of, man, what the fuck was that sound?
Probably your cat.
That was from outside.
Probably a different cat.
Well, maybe, I don't know. But you finally make your way to Dock 92, and as you've kind of like gone into like the really high numbers, you've kind of started to notice that it thins out a little bit. Because it seems like the lower the number, the more in use it is. These like higher numbers are probably more for like high trade seasons, or maybe in preparation of like festivals or something like that. And so as you kind of hit like 92, there's like maybe a third of the people that would be like down at the 20s. So you kind of start and so yeah, you've entered Dock 92. What are you gonna do now?
Can I start like just trying to drum up a crowd with a
Group
performance
check?
Wait, why are we trying to drum up a crowd?
Yeah, I'm
get people around so that we can ask questions. Draw
I mean, there's
out.
people walking around.
Yeah,
It's
but
just
they're doing a job. Like they're not looking at us willingly. They're doing something. So the odds of them actually giving us the time of day is probably lower than if they're just listening to a performance, taking their time, and we now know the people who are willing to actually take the time out of their day to talk.
And if hypothetically, there are criminals here and they try anything, they can't be too risky because there's too many witnesses around.
What's the main demographic of the workers at this boat dock?
so you're looking around. You've got a good chunk of humans, obviously. You've got some Triton.
Ooh.
You've got a handful of sea elves.
Okay.
And then the rest, and then it's just like, random rabbit person over there, dwarf over there. then it's just kind of like one or two spatterings of the other races, all around.
Yeah. Sounds to me like we do a group performance check.
Yes, this is really just a good excuse to do a group performance check. My question is, what is the performance?
We start making out.
Yeah.
I
No. Do anyone have
I-
instruments?
I can only for me, I think. Give yourself. I can give myself. I can summon phantasmal simulacrums of an instrument of your choosing for up to 1 hour. This instrument can be touched only by you. Damn it. And it's indestructible. Wow, that's pretty cool. But yeah, I would like to use Bardcraft to go ahead and at least summon a samisen for myself to play.
Yep.
Okay, so we have the music.
We could put on
How-
like a little production, a little like
Yeah,
theater
you're-
production.
Here's what I was thinking. I was thinking, you're the music, Shiva's the announcer, and we just drum up Aurelia to be like a strong woman, like bend shit, break shit that seems really hard to break, like that kind of shit.
I'm down for that.
And then-
Yeah.
I can use prestidigitation to make little like fireworks and little like flourishes to any act.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I got an idea. How about we say like we will give like what's your armor class again, Aurelia?
24.
Okay, here's what we do. We'll give like a certain amount of money, like we'll give like 5 copper to anybody who can like punch Aurelia's armor and actually dent it.
Like actually hurt her? Yeah.
Actually, if somebody can actually punch and hurt Aurelia.
Impromptu
And-
circus.
Yeah, and I'll be like, like this metal maiden, this metal maiden is indestructible. 5 copper to anybody who can punch and hurt the metal woman.
Do we even have copper? Because I only have gold on me.
I have silver.
A silver piece to anybody who can punch and hurt the metal woman. It costs like 5 copper to play.
Ooh, how much copper to silver is 10?
Yeah.
Let's do
So-
2 copper to play.
2 copper to play. Okay, that's fair.
I'm down, and we just do a performance check. Or I guess you guys do performance check. I'll do like a con check.
Yeah, and if there's like any one person that's we feel is like it could give us information, we just let them win.
Yeah.
We're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's go ahead and see if we can't drum up enough attention first.
Bet. Alright. Tell us what to roll, Chucky. I guess I also do performance just because, like, to attract the attention first.
I love you guys so much. Um,
Let's do it.
so in this case, Akizuki and Shiva roll me performance.
Okay.
Aurelia, roll me strength.
Strength, okay.
Can I get any advantage from casting either prestidigitation or bardcraft for this?
I'll give you a +5 for prestidigitation.
So,
And
okay.
can I use a guidance?
Sure.
And I'm just gonna use strength.
12.
How do you think I'd do
Performance. That would be
Yeah,
a 25
Yep.
because it didn't add that 5 automatically.
All right, so
And then my strength check. Do I have
12.
anything that can...
25.
Alright, strength check. 19.
Yo.
Yo.
So, you guys just, you're sitting dead center of Dock 92. Akizuki, you pull out your instrument. Shiva, you start acting like a old-timey like announcer, like circus announcer.
Ringmaster.
Yeah. And Aurelia, you start like banging your shield arms together and just like striking poses.
And yeah.
You get a lot of looks. I will say that. And for a while, nothing really seems to happen because a lot of these people are kind of doing their jobs. And then, Shiva, you feel a tap on your shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
And
I turn.
you turn around
Them in the face.
and you see 5 people, 3 of which are guards, sit like behind you.
Uh-oh.
And one of them is a tiefling man with like with oxhorn looking horns, standing there in kind of similar garb that you saw the one like dockmaster in. You see one what the fuck are they called? Dark elves, drow, and kind of more resplendent, but not like kind of upper middle class type thing, right? Like not like nobility or high class shit, but like better than peasantry. And then yeah, 3 guards, and the guards just look done with you. The tiefling has a smirk on his face, and the drow is expressionless.
Hello.
Would you like to play?
Greetings. Would you like to take a swing, so to speak?
What are you doing? The drow says, just looking at you.
When you use that voice for him, all I can imagine is Squilliam.
all I thought was fucking the Hunchback from what's that movie called? Rocky Horror.
Oh, Riff Raff?
Yeah, Riff Raff.
Shiva says, Shiva points at Aurelia and says, "I am merely showing off a miracle of engineering, which is my friend over here. She's quite resilient, as they say."
Sparks go off as she flexes.
Yeah.
So
she hits an Arnold pose and like fireworks go off behind her.
the tiefling, still with the smirk on his face, looks back at you, and is just like, "You do understand that you're obstructing business here, right? You're in the middle of the dock, blocking it."
I fail to see how I'm doing so. It seems like the flow of traffic seems to be doing fine, but I defer to my lawyer, to my legal consulting team, and I point over at the bird lady,
Akizuki.
Akazuki, who's playing instruments, and I say, if you would like to speak to my legal team,
Let me go speak to my legal team. Quick, run! It's
please run. And I defer to the face of the party.
So, Akizuki, you suddenly have 5 people staring at you.
4 big guys.
Shut the fuck up!
Get out of my head! Get out of my head! Can I help you, sirs?
Well, as I just said, you're blocking traffic.
She looks around.
You actually look behind you guys, and you notice that there's just a small mountain of boxes. And it looks like you are like you're actually stopping them from being able to get by, because Aurelia is so big she takes up half this section of dock by herself.
Yeah, I count as large, don't I?
You count as large in a lot of sections, so especially if you're like flexing and doing poses, you block a good section of this dock.
Good point. Forgot about that. Huh.
Might I ask who you are?
So the tiefling kind of does a like half bow in a bit of a Joker fashion, and says, "My name's August. I am the Dock Master of Dock 92. 92.
Perfect.
These three gentlemen here are the guards that help keep the peace around here, and then this gentleman over here is William, and he's kind of a financial advisor for one of the ships that come through here now and again."
William, fancy son. Can't believe he's here.
So like out of game, it's definitely William that we want to like talk to, right?
I mean,
am I not the only one picking that one up?
I was thinking either William or the Dock Master.
neither of them have red hair, so
But we can ask where to find that guy.
Well, I mean, red head doesn't necessarily mean that they have red hair.
no.
They could just be very racist.
I feel like that's
Yeah.
what it implies. I feel like that isn't that what that implies is like.
Well, it's the name of an organization. Like that's different from like. I don't think Steve Jobs was actually an apple, right?
That's what
Fair
they
enough.
want you to think.
Yeah. Little do you know. We can start asking questions though, nonetheless.
Yeah.
And I'll help move boxes in return.
Yeah. I assume Aurelia already is starting to move things.
Yeah.
Sorry, we just trying to drum up some business.
We do have an entire section for that. There's a park over near the middle of town that is specifically for bards and the like.
Well,
We'll have to go there later.
you kind of have to agree. It's a little boring performing to bards. Oftentimes, it feels like I'm quite literally preaching to the choir. And
No. That is not. It is not for It is not
lean
for bards to perform to bards. It is for the people to go and experience bards performing.
I lean over to Akazuki, and I kind of whisper in her ear so that the other guards and them can't hear. I say, perhaps it would be better if we were just honest. They might just let us stay. We are here for technically lawful reasons.
yeah. Well, there's also another matter that I can only really discuss with you, sir, as she gestures to the dock master. Ah, fuck!
Akazuki fucking dies.
Oh,
We're all good. Yeah.
and what would that be?
It's a rather private matter.
Well, I'm afraid that the guards are going to have to stay, as I don't know whether you're hostile or not.
Don't
We're
worry
a
not.
fucking
We're
circus.
Do we look hostile? She's standing right next to
I was
Aurelia.
about to say Aurelia does look pretty hostile,
I
just
look
in
like
general.
I look like a machine of war.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Aki is probably
I am
the,
a
and
machine
then
of war.
Shiva, you radiate bloodlust.
You're just your
and I'm
bloodlust
just
is off
here.
Yeah, your bloodlust is off the charts, and I'm a literal machine of war. Like, I don't.
Well, you see, we were given some identifier that we were working alongside. The
Nope.
I could have sworn that we did when we talked to what's his face. We didn't even get his name. With the dwarven woman.
Well, to be fair,
No, you
Doc
got
Master,
all you
dude
got from
a random
her
ship and a guard that
was
helps with that ship is like.
yeah. No, all you got from the dwarf lady was just like information. You guys got nothing like that, because pretty much in this case it's less of like you're working for the guards, and it's almost like a type of like adventurer type thing, right?
Hey, Noah, is your roommate all right?
They're watching the Chiefs game.
Oh, yeah, that explains it. I just heard somebody shout from downstairs as well. Uh,
Oh,
so must be going great. Yeah, well, what was the dwarf woman's name?
I don't think I've actually given her a name.
Well, I know you told us something when she.
No, I don't think I did.
No, you definitely did.
I don't have a
remember
note
that pretty
for it.
clearly.
I think
I just don't remember her name.
Mhm.
It's fine.
Her name's Helga now.
Hell
Helga,
yeah.
there we go.
Okay.
Helgen deep.
God damn it. But yeah. So, Helga gave you nothing.
Okay.
Just information and stuff
also-
like that.
Just so you know, Chunky, I do have to dip out at like 9 to 9:30. Yeah, as usual, but
Yeah.
just wanted to keep you up on that.
I figured that, like, because I know that you have to always get done early, so I figured we will kind of get through this a little bit, kind of do a little bit of a closer, and then kind of get you out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, thank you.
Well, you see, we've been working alongside Helga. I'd appreciate. Here, I'll say this. I'll go with you unarmed, and I'll talk to you while my friends here just help out with the. She looks at the mountain, the blockage that we've made.
You kind of watch as you look up. There's actually a goblin that is putting like a couple really small boxes on top, and he just kind of like gives a little bit of a salute and then just slides down the pile.
I want to see how many boxes, how many boxes I can pick up at one time.
Competition?
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
I smell a strength comp.
So the tiefling gentleman agrees to that.
Okay.
Aki, you go off with them. Let's just deal with this real quick with Aurelia and Shiva.
Yeah.
Let's just deal with this real quick.
Both of you roll strength checks.
No guidance. No guidance. Be fair.
No
Nope.
guidance. No guidance.
7,
10.
God
So
damn.
Aurelia,
Yeah.
you kind of use your shields to slide up underneath a stack of boxes like a forklift,
I'm a fucking forklift, baby.
and then
Oh, God.
lift and just start walking away. Shiva, you're able to pick up like a few boxes, like you can get a stack of 3, but you actually run into the issue where you can't see around the boxes.
Yeah.
So you're just kind of like
Also
sitting,
don't have
so you're having to go like
forklift
really slow as you're leaning back and forth trying to see around the boxes so you don't hit somebody or fall off the dock.
You guys can't
Not
see
gonna-
it, but I'm doing a bunch of different poses right now, flexing my arms.
Not gonna lie, the forklift arms is very clutch.
Yeah. I'm over here. Yeah, I'm actually flexing in real life right now.
Can we
I've
do
been
it a
doing
second time,
poses.
and this time I rage? Can we,
After the
run
bit
that
with
back?
Aki.
Okay, totally fair.
We'll say that just the rage slowly builds as you watch as Aurelia just
I get outclassed by Aurelia.
you get outclassed at every turn by Aurelia with her forklift arms.
Gonna forklift your arms, if you know what I mean.
So Aki, you guys kind of go to near like the entrance of the dock. There's kind of like a section where there's not a lot of people or anything like that. And the guards are still like close, but they're like a few feet out.
Okay.
And that's about as far as he's willing to take it.
Is it just the dockmaster?
The drow gentleman is also like kind of nearby. Like, so think of it like this: you two are in the middle. The drow guy is probably like 3 feet away, and then the guards are probably another 5 feet from that.
Okay. Um, William, if you don't mind, this is a very delicate matter, and as you may be able to provide answers, you most certainly can wait till it's secondhand information.
He's just staring at you. Just a completely blank face, but he's just staring at you. Argus kind of looks over and he just kind of gives a nod to William. And William kind of steps back another couple feet.
Okay. We have been sent by Helga to investigate the Redhead organization here at Dock 92.
Kind of watch as he tilts his head. I've heard of a person called Redhead here that works out of here. We've been trying to get a hold on of him for a while now.
Any resources that you might want to delegate, and anything among information that you already have would be much appreciated. But we're here to investigate the disappearance of several citizens.
Well, you're not the first people to come around here. We've had some of the other guards from various precincts come around looking to see if there's anything, because Redhead, as they're known at this dock, has a good chunk of clientele. But as far as I know, they are pretty much just an informant and a go-between for one of the underground markets that are around here.
Even so, those items, she puts up big quotations, that he has been trafficking, still must go through his hands, nonetheless.
Look, we've been trying to find it. As far as we can tell, it's the name's Red Herring, quite literally. Because we have 3 people here that could go under the name Redhead and it not be ironic, and all of them have been tailed and stuff like that, and there's still been sales or what have you through Redhead, so we have no information.
But you do have a list of suspects, do you not?
At this point, everybody that works in the dock.
Okay, well, I pulled up the ledger. We know that they are capable of putting out a large amount of product. You said that it's about 125, a list of 125, and that's a
125 to 150.
Okay. I'm personally not smart enough to do this, but can I run like logistics in my head to see how likely it would be that, or like what kind of size they would need of an organization to traffic this many people, accounting for having to keep them at least healthy enough on arrival. These are high class clientele that they're serving to, so they can't just be like African slave ships where they were packed in like sardines. These are likely good accommodations for these people, because they serve a purpose to high paying clientele. And other factors like that. Can I do a check to determine, out of the people who are running out of this dock, who would be a likely suspect just based on their size of business?
So
I don't know if that'd be like a history or just an investigation.
I feel that would be history. Would
While you
you
roll that-
have had any like interaction with business dealings and things like that that would have caused you to have this kind of information? Because none of you have sent me an actual backstory, so I have to ask.
Well, as far as I know, let's see. We are the religious, health and safety, and the diplomats of the nation that I'm from. At least my clan is. So I would say it's pretty likely as a higher class citizen of the Palace of the Jade Empress, or the
Jade Dragon.
Jade Dragon. As a citizen and a noble woman of that specific clan, I'd say it's a pretty high likelihood that I would have to logistics like this.
Okay. So go ahead and roll. Just give me a straight history, just because this is a different country. So you have a good idea of the basics, but you're not entirely sure how the logistics might work through it being a different country.
I'm also gonna guide that shit because obvious reasons. This is important information. Oh, please. 17. Okay, that's not bad. That's really not bad, actually. That's very good. Plus 4.
So 21.
So 21.
Okay. So you do know that there's a good chance that, like, in order, like, for what you're talking about, this would have to be a fairly large organization. Which, considering some of the information you got from Hopper, as well as the like spattering of information you got from Helga, and the like rumor mill that the rumor mill file that you got, pretty much the consulate and like their whole organization is the only criminal organization in town, and it basically is the entirety of the like black market and underground of this entire town.
Okay. That wasn't really like I was, I guess, kind of asking that, but I was more so saying like legitimate businesses at this dock specifically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that would also probably apply under this check as well. So.
Yeah, I thought you were asking about like the. Okay, so you're asking for like. Okay, you're gonna have to describe better to me than what you're exactly looking for.
I'm looking for the output of the ledger that we have. Can link us to the criteria needed by a business to actually run this trafficking ring. Since I have the dockmaster here, he would have at least some idea of the bigger names and stuff at his own dock, because it's his business, he runs it. He would know who fits this criteria.
Okay, I think I see what's happening here. So, here, one thing you have to kind of remember is that because this is all going through the consulate, there are multiple businesses that are dealing in all of this. Because you like when you were going when you were talking with the guy that died, right?
Mm-hmm.
There are two active businesses and one that was a business that is now abandoned that these people were working out of. The tailor run by Hopper. You've got the abandoned blacksmiths outside the precinct, and you've got the fence then you've got the magic items in the high sector and the warding shield. And then you also have, out of dock 103 is the potion and poison dock. It's like the potion poison market area. So So as far as you know, they might be pulling some of their product through here, but they also could be pulling it from other places and stuff like that. So you can't really guarantee how much product is coming through each dock to really be able to like cross-reference like that.
I guess that's also fair, but I was under the assumption that the ledger we had was, since it was being mailed specifically to this Doc 92 redhead person, that this would be under his purview, under his facet of the business. Therefore, it would have to be under his business and how much he could output.
So the ledger actually came like when you got the name Redhead from him, it was more of him referencing the fact that he has worked for Redhead before.
Okay.
So because he specifically stated, I've heard the name Redhead before while picking up items. Like when he's been a runner for them, he has heard the name pop up while getting items, grabbing stuff, what have you.
Okay. Well, if that's the case,
Because
I don't think I have any more leads.
So as far as leads that like I said, you still have a couple things. You do have all 5 like major underground markets. So you could end up like searching one of those. And then you could try to hunt down for Redhead here at 92. But going through the Dockmaster like this might help you get something, but it's not gonna get you everything.
Okay. Okay, so to my fellow players, what do we think about trying to set up a sting operation for Redhead? Because there's no way that we apparently there's no way that we can just like logistically track down where he is. So I think our best course of action right now is finding the local drop here, which I think is by a trash can or something like that.
That was the drop over by the apothecary that you're thinking of.
Right. So we'll need to find the local drop to draw him out, that or a runner of his that we can trace back to him.
Okay.
I like that. I think that's a really fun idea.
What do they deal in people again, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So they deal in a lot of things. As far as Redhead, you're not sure what specifically they deal in, but
the organization as a whole,
the whole deals in anything.
Okay.
But one thing you do know is that Doc 103, just down a bit, is potion and poisons. So basically anything liquid and all other kind of things like that. That's like where their underground market is, or where it goes out of. So
okay,
you have some leads around here, so you could probably figure out something.
Okay.
All right, team, hear me out. Right. Okay, hold on. I need to close that. Hey, there we go. I thought I had another thing open on my features, and I was like, I don't need that anymore to be open. So, hear me out, right? Technically, do people recognize that I'm like part person inside the metal, or do I just look like a weird looking warforged to everybody?
Most people would say you would probably end up being like some either newer age or really old preliminary model of a warforged or automaton based on what they would know of it.
Okay, as long as they're not like an expert. Okay.
Yeah.
So, hear me out, folks. You guys wait up at dock like 103, right? Or at like the
Mhm.
drop, or where you think the drop might be there. To try and catch a runner. What if I, in all my wise wisdom, go innate as if I'm doing like a long rest? Like it's just like, all right, turn off. It's like, oh, I guess we'll just leave this here for now, and I just go innate for a second. And if someone tries to steal me, then I catch that person.
Okay,
Um,
Aurelia, honey, I want you to think about this for a second, though. How heavy are you?
Well, that's the thing. They won't be able to.
They won't be able to actually steal him. Her.
Yeah, but you kind of do have to remember, once again, you, for a lot of intents and purposes, you are a sized large creature, except for in combat.
Yeah.
Like, the fact
have
that
an
you
exact
tower
weight down
over
there.
Goliaths kind of makes it to where it would be hard to pull something off like that. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Fair, but it would be funny. I'm also not good at sneaking and hiding, so it'd just be the best option for me to do, or at least to do it near them, so I just look like something like a work robot turned off, wherever they're trying to hide. So that way I don't since I can't hide, I might as well be in plain sight.
I understand the reasoning, but I don't know if that will work. And you would just also have to, like, why would they steal you? You know, like, I don't know if your value, no offense to you, but I don't know if you have, like, you're necessarily hot on the market right now.
Hey, I would be at least $50 back in.
awful.
So true.
But-
Yeah, I don't think that's a good way of going about it, mostly because that's adding another step to the whole process.
Okay.
Because now you're requiring an operation just to get you kidnapped. I think it's just simpler and easier if we find the drop here, have a letter specific, like a very obvious letter, specific, either traced with like either some kind of magic or just have it be a very obvious letter, like it's red paper or something like that, that we can easily follow the runner to where the drop-off is. Basically, just stake out an area.
Okay, fair enough.
So, really, our first step, I think, is firstly, find the drop. We need something that we can track. And lastly, we just need to stake it out.
Okay.
I think, didn't that runner that we already ran into tell us that he mostly operates in the evenings, right? Or something like that?
He specifically mostly does the, like...
Did.
Yeah, he mostly did the, like, late afternoon to night. Kind of like, from a, like, 2 to dusk is when he normally did his part of the running.
Okay, yeah. So,
I
like...
can go directly real quick. If I, for whatever reason, have to roll anything, Chunky, roll for me.
Yep.
So, it's still pretty early in the morning. I think we'd have enough time to go check out the Dock 103 before coming back and staking out the drop point if we find it quick enough.
Yeah, you could also...
I'm going to ask about with the person who works here and has worked here for a long while and may, just be keeping this kind of information low key just so that he doesn't have to deal with it, turning a blind eye. That's what I'm hoping for, at least. So, anyways, sir, we'd like to host a sting operation here.
Sorry.
If you'd be just so kind to point us towards where you might know any local drop points for information in the clientele, and really any kind of acquisition of information that is dropped off and left.
You kind of watch as he like leans back a little bit, and he seems to kind of be in thought.
Can I insight him?
Sure.
Just to make sure that he'll, if he's not deliberating just to like keep his mouth shut or not.
Yeah, go ahead.
19.
Okay, so he is. So you can tell he's thinking, and it seems to be like a mixture of things, right? The most prevalent is just kind of like that general, like trying to remember something. So it seems like he's trying to remember, like, you can't quite tell what he's trying to remember, but he's trying to remember something. And then there is a little bit of apprehension. And then there's also just a little bit of like a kind of a schemy look on his face. Before he kind of looks back at you and he's like, tell you what, I do not know specifically where their current drop is. I know where 2 of their old ones are. The one's a little hazy. Because I want them out of my dock. Because they have caused me so much trouble. And if you were to talk to William, he can attest this, so much money. And like you kind of watch his face just goes to disgust for a second before it kind of switches back to what he was to his original expression. So I will give you that little bit of information. And if you need anything else from me, let me know. In exchange, if you get them, then you put my name on the report that I helped you, because then that might be able to get me some more business down here.
Yes, no, that's very much doable and equitable solution. Let's go ahead and check out those previous drops. And William, you have an analytical mind, yes? Do you think you could estimate where another drop might be beyond 2 data points?
God, what was his voice? Hold on.
William.
Yes. I have some possibilities. God, he went to snake for a second there. Shit.
Harry Potter.
Oh no.
Harry Potter.
Potter. Well, this is his voice now. I have some possibilities already, as Argus has given me the last points before. Kind of streamline this next bit. He gives you these spots. So Argus gives you the 2 spots that he has found that are no longer in use as far as he can tell. Which they are, one of which, funnily enough, is another trash can. This one being in Dock 100, like dead center of Dock 100. And then there is the other one, which is it's actually attached to a billboard that has, kind of like how Aurelia found one in the town square. There's another one over here by the dock that's just kind of another, you know, I'm looking for this, somebody stole this, what have you, one of
yeah,
those.
Yeah, a listing board.
Yeah, just a general listing board. The other one is actually attached to this, as there is a crate at the bottom, which is basically for any listings that are like, just kind of throw out extra listings, right? That are like, maybe they've been completed by somebody, so they pull them down, or what have you. There's a box underneath it, and it's actually got a hollow bottom with that can be lifted up for more.
Okay.
And then as far as William gives you 2 more spots that like, based off of what he's heard, and the 2 that they found might be other ones. So he thinks one might be at either dock 102 or 104, right around that where that market is. He's not entirely sure what it is, but he would take a bet that it's not gonna be either like a trash can or a box. So it's probably gonna be something else. And then he thinks, based off of some rumors he's heard, that there might be one down by dock 70.
Okay. Well, I guess with that, I return to the group.
Yep. All right. Aurelia, Shiva, I want both of you to roll strength checks again. Shiva, this time you're raging, right?
Yep, Shiva is raging. Shiva has been mogged, and she just won't stand for that.
All right.
I didn't mock you. I just won.
Mogged.
Oh, mugged.
No, not mugged. Mogged. M-O-G-G-D. It's a word. It means like to show someone up or like flex on someone, basically.
Stop using old English, you fucking British
Buddy,
man.
I'm about to flog you if you don't continue.
Yeah, right.
All right.
21.
Fucking 22.
So, okay. This time, Shiva, you're raging, and like red covers your vision, and you start, basically deploying the same thing that Aurelia is doing, sliding both your hands underneath the boxes and lifting, and you're just getting stacks of these. And then Aurelia, you notice, and you start getting more competitive, and then it's just the 2 of you running around with all these boxes, and you guys are so neck and neck at this point. Both of you are moving more boxes and more boxes. It isn't until Akizuki walks up that the last stack of boxes is finally being moved, and Shiva has the bigger stack because the goblin that Akizuki saw earlier is clinging onto the top of the stack for dear life, screaming and crying, please slow down, that's too fast, that's too high, please.
It's neck and neck, but we're even now.
You won because of.
Because that's what barbarians do, is win strength contests.
No,
that's the
I'm
one
gonna
thing.
get racist on that goblin.
You
won because a goblin was on your stack. Doesn't count.
The way you said that with such like fervor, Jesus.
What you got against goblins, man?
I've been watching Goblin Slayer. Give me a break.
Oh yeah, you know what? Fair. I unfortunately have to go.
Yep. This is actually like right where I was going to end it, so.
Perfect. Okay, I love you guys very much. Have a good night.
Yep.
No doubt.
See ya.
Have fun.
Yeah. So, with with a goal in mind and stuff to go find, that is where we're going to be ending it. stream.
Alrighty.
We will see you guys next time. Later.
Bye. Don't die. Have
Get
fun.
out.
Love you.